In our first story, India and seven countries in the region adopt a Delhi Declaration on Afghanistan, making it clear that Afghan soil must not be used for terrorism. Afghanistan territory must not be used for terror activities is the headline of the joint declaration adopted by eight countries in Delhi on 10th November. Called the Delhi Declaration, it was a result of the Third Regional Security Dialogue on Afghanistan held in New Delhi. Hosted by Indian National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, the countries of Iran, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan participated in the dialogue. China and Pakistan did not accept the invitation. In addition to specifying that the situation in Afghanistan could impact regional security, the New Delhi Declaration goes on to call for an open and inclusive government in Kabul. The declaration clearly specifies that Afghan territory must not be used for quote, sheltering, training, planning, or financing terrorist activities. End quote. It also condemns the recent terrorist attacks in Kunduz, Kandahar, and Kabul. Without naming Pakistan, the declaration goes further to state that all eight countries support non interference in Afghanistan's internal affairs. The eight countries also expressed deep concern over the suffering of the Afghani people following the Taliban takeover in August of this year. They also underlined the need to provide urgent humanitarian assistance to the Afghan people. In addition, the declaration calls for collective cooperation against the menace of radicalization, extremism, separatism, and drug trafficking in the region. India, Iran, Russia, and the five Central Asian countries also stressed the need to form an open and truly inclusive government that represents the will of all of the Afghan people. Referring to the United Nations resolutions on Afghanistan, participants of the Delhi dialogue reiterated that the UN has a key role to play in Afghanistan and its presence in the country must be preserved. The member nations also emphasized that the fundamental rights of women, children, and minority communities must not be violated. The participants agreed to hold the next round of the regional dialogue in 2022.